bring race anything into this, but it's mighty funny how Ezra Miller was allowed to run free.
Nah, buddy, we gotta bring race into it. Let's recap, shall we? Choke slammed a woman in a bar, slammed another woman onto a ground, destroyed a bar, fought two elderly people on the street, and put one of them in a hospital, menaced a woman at another bar, avoided the police for approximately 2 weeks, allegedly kidnapped a underage minor who is also an actor that we discovered that he may or may not have brainwashed to join a cult, returned back to the States, broke into one of his neighbor's houses, and drank/destroyed about $4,000 worth of alcohol, continued to evade police, and all he had to do was apologize, and he got to remain as the Flash. Didn't recast him, didn't do what I thought they were going to do in bringing Grant Gustin to more or less like reshoot most of his scenes. None of that. Ain't do none of that. My man was able to disappear in peace, because you ain't heard shit from Ezra Miller in like the last 2 months. My man has been laying low. Like he put on his invisibility cloak that he probably stole when he filmed that last Harry Potter movie, and his ass has gone ghost like Danny Phantom. Meanwhile, I don't care what you have to say about Jonathan Majors, but the charges that he was brought up for, that he ended up being guilty for, are in relation to the same video that a lot of people were laughing about, which is the video where he decided the Looney Tunes run away from Miss Jabari down the street, and then she pursued him. The act of aggravated assault, where he picked her up and put her back into the car so that he can get away from her, was the reason as to why he got charged with what he got charged with. But the intentional assault or the more serious charges, they dropped all of those. They said that they did not have enough evidence. Well, the jury said it did not have enough evidence to convict him for that. He was basically convicted for attempting to escape from Miss Jabari and the situation that he found himself in. Was my boy sending out ignorant texts? Abso-fucking-lutely. Like, I'm extremely sorry, but we got to pull him to the side and be like, you need to find better analogies for the type of woman you wanted her to be in this relationship. Because I really feel as though it was essentially two toxic people whose bullshit just basically spilled out into the public, and everything just snowballed from there. But no, it's definitely a race issue, where he, just looking at the situation that he found himself in, where the moment that this came out and he was not even charged, he was dropped from the army, he was dropped from like 3 movie projects that he was in, he was dropped by his talent agency, he was dropped by another studio, essentially got blacklisted. The only people that didn't say anything and low-key waited was Marvel. But, you know, you're sitting around and you're blaming Marvel and Disney for the fact that, he's no longer Kang. How much money have they lost in this entire situation? How many projects have they put on the back burner for 6 to 9 months as they waited to see exactly where the shoe was going to drop in regards to Jonathan Majors? It wasn't a situation of, oh my God, he's guilty. It's a situation of, if we employ you, you bring a level of stigma and you bring a level of a discussion that we, in all honesty, do not feel like dealing with. Good luck out there, black man. But the damage was already done. Like, it has and will always be a 2-tier justice system, where there's a justice system for certain type of folk and there's a justice system for other type of folk. The justice system for the black guy who's basically made himself where he is completely different from the guy who's only an actor because his parents are super fucking rich.